10 days and 3 attempts later, I am finally able to post up what my first game looked like on this motherfucker. This is my very first game that I played on Black Ops since I promised I'd post it up. But it's pretty fucking outdated already, and the score isn't going to be great by any means. I had originally done a completely different kind of commentary the first time around, because I was going to release this shit only a couple days after the game came out. But it's been a ridiculous week so far. And for those that don't know, I've been fighting with Treyarch and Activision over a fucking copyright infringement warning. You know that video that I posted up regarding the care package and Valkyrie Rocket's glitch? Well, it was flagged by Activision because it had the word glitch in the title, so I had to go through a whole fucking process just to get that shit squared away. And a number of people helped me with that, actually. From the subscribers to I have here to the people that I post with over at PrestigeGamers.com. So I'd like to thank those who helped me get this shit squared away. Now that I got this fucking warning removed from my channel, I appreciate everything you guys did for me. And now I can get back to posting my usual shit. But the funny thing is, I could have just accepted the warning and continued to post videos as normal. But fuck that, man. I fight bullshit. I didn't give a fuck who I had to argue with, whose ass I had to kick. There was no way in hell I was going to accept the warning for trying to help Treyarch out. So, in any event, because of that bullshit, I am way behind posting videos to my channel. Shit, I did this commentary last week, and when I was posting it up on YouTube, that's when I realized I had this fucking warning. Then, while I was trying to straighten all this bullshit out, I did another commentary in this motherfucker, and I just went off. I mean, 7 minutes of losing my goddamn mind, ranting and raving over the copyright issue. I don't even think I talked about the game. I was just sitting here cursing my ass off, calling Activision and Treyarch any fucking name that I could think of. So now that that shit's taken care of, I can get back to doing my normal videos. So that rant that I did was completely irrelevant at this point. So, 10 days late and 2 minutes already into this motherfucker, I haven't said shit about the game yet. By now you've played the game, you have your own opinions on what you like, what you don't like, what needs to be improved, and what improvements are off the hook, yada yada yada. Whatever the fuck I say about this game right now isn't going to change your opinion about how much you like or dislike it, right? So, I'm going to address a few things. For starters, I've already put Black Ops away. No joke, I played it for 4 days, and I finally had enough of this shit, and I have not returned to multiplayer since. There are a number of things Treyarch did right, and a shitload of things they did absolutely fucking wrong in Black Ops, and I don't think it's any major mystery as to what the biggest problem is. If you play on the PlayStation 3, you've seen it, you've experienced it, and you're probably pulling your hair out just thinking about that shit. Seriously, what the fuck did you idiots at Treyarch do with the servers? Holy shit! These are by far and away the worst servers I've seen for a Call of Duty game so far. And judging by the videos on YouTube comparing PlayStation to Xbox, us PlayStation 3 users are suffering way more lag than Xbox players. In all honesty, I don't think it surprises anyone, considering how much Microsoft dick Treyarch and Activision have sucked over the past 5 years. Now, it's nothing against the Xbox players, nothing against your console, but us PlayStation 3 users got screwed over with this game. We are seriously taking it in the ass with no grease. These servers are fucking awful. Straight up pathetic, hideous, horrendous, garbage, horrible, embarrassing, shit-tastical, fuck the fireball. I mean, there are no amount of words in the English language, including the shit that I just made up, that can describe how bad these fucking things are. I mean, I can try some other languages too. I can say it in Spanish, mierda, Chinese, chichi, Italian, spaventoso, Portuguese, excremento, Swahili. I mean, I can't even begin to describe how fucking terrible these shits are. I mean, you can just look at my player card. My record shows that I played in about 150 to 175 games or so. At least half of those I was throwing into games in progress, including a couple times I was with a fucking party. And 80% of the games I played have had laggy 2 to 3 bar connections with no hit detection. Shit, just look at this game. My very first game, I got thrown into a match in progress with 3 bars. What the fuck? How do I get a game at midnight with millions of other suckers who waited in line for this thing, and I can't find a fucking decent host anywhere near me? That's bullshit, man. There's like 40 million people from Boston to Washington, D.C. 8 million people alone in New York City. I know somebody must have bought this motherfucker with me. I didn't wait in line at GameStop for an hour for everyone to buy My Little Ponies. Why couldn't I get a decent host near me, man? That shit should have been my first sign that this game was going to have problems. The servers alone just proved that Treyarch never tested and never gave a fuck about the PlayStation 3 version. Basically, we paid $60 for a glorified beta. Whatever they find wrong, whatever we find wrong and report, they'll attempt to fix. But they could have fixed this shit and had a good product before we actually spent our money, before they released this fucking game. It's mainly the biggest reason why I've given up on this game so quickly. I just can't play glitchy, laggy, unfinished bullshit. Especially from the Call of Duty series, man, which has really begun to start declining in the past couple years. Now, I'm not saying Black Ops itself sucks. It's just that the servers have made the game unbearable to play, and it's basically the culmination of 4 years of my frustration with the series. You know the saying, you never get a second chance to make a first impression? Well, my first impression and first experience with this game was miserable. And no matter how much Treyarch attempts to fix this game, no matter how many things they make better in this game, those first 4 days are what will always stand out the most to me. Now, I don't expect perfection. I know the game is going to have some flaws, there are going to be some problems that they're going to have to patch up along the way. But when the servers are slower than a game of flag football at a nursing home, that's just flat out fucking bullshit, man. And what's sad is the few things that Treyarch got right, they did pretty well. The campaign story was tight, but it was fairly fucking obvious that the PlayStation 3 users got an Xbox port. Zombies are back and just as addicting as before, and that was the best part of World at War. So Treyarch has done a bang-up job so far of making me avoid their multiplayer. Combat training is really fun, but they could have done a little bit more with it. It's pretty much like Killzone's 2's training mode, which did a better job with their bots in their game. Don't get me wrong, this one is fun. It's just not as comprehensive as Killzone's, and they probably could have added a little bit more to this. Finally, there's theater mode. It's by far and away the best damn thing in the game. Theater mode is all kinds of awesome, and Treyarch definitely came through on that piece. It's just too bad all I can replay is laggy, glitchy bullshit. But there are some other things that they needed to patch besides the matchmaking. Like this fucking knife-lunging commando bullshit. Hit detection's pretty bad, but that could be a byproduct of the server, ninjas not working, all that shit, blah, blah, blah. All of it can be patched. There are other things that will never be patched, like these PlayStation 2 graphics and piss-poor sound effects. I don't know how they took a step back from their previous games, but Treyarch really managed to pull off something nobody expected. Shittier graphics. Now, there are also game mechanics that I just don't like, such as Care Pussy returning and being made into an important kill streak. Call of Duty points are fucking useless, contracts are for no money, the iron sights and all the guns look alike. I mean, there's some really boneheaded decisions they made in that. But you know what? I'll get into all that shit in some of the other videos that I post, because I can talk more in depth about those. I'm running out of time on this video. As far as what I'm going to post on my channel, I already put the game down like I mentioned, and I probably have no intention of returning with Gran Turismo 5 coming out. So I won't be posting that much Black Ops footage. However, I did manage to get a bunch of footage in those 4 days that I played. So I will post up some of my better games, and I will do some commentaries on those. I got a ton of fail material as always, so I'll at least have 1 fail volume, maybe 2. Obviously, if you listen to me for this long, you wanted to hear what I had to say. Because you can see by the score, I played like shit. So it wasn't exactly the greatest gameplay on earth. I'm sure there are going to be people who agree with me. There are going to be plenty of people who disagree with what I said, but you know what? That's perfectly fine. Just remember this. Opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, and it's usually full of shit. If you enjoy the game, that's great. Hopefully you play the shit out of it and you get your money's worth. If you didn't enjoy it like me, you can probably catch me online playing some other games, so feel free to join me in Gran Turismo, where we could turn that game into the ultimate Crash Derby racing game. Otherwise, rate, comment, subscribe, and all that good shit, and in my next videos, I'll go back to my usual commentaries. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything for you dick-riding assholes anymore. I like to talk about gameplay and funny shit that happens in my videos, but this time, I'm not holding any punches back on this shit. Black Ops is fucking trash. That's right, Treyarch. You're a fucking third-rate shitty excuse for a gaming studio. Your multi-million-dollar game isn't even worth a pile of shit where it belongs. Top to bottom, this game is absolutely fucked. I mean completely game-breaking bullshit that makes you scratch your fucking head in amazement that how did they release this fucking thing? I mean, amateur studios put out shit like this. So it's no surprise that the PlayStation 3 servers were probably used on like fucking My Little Pony games before being rolled out on this motherfucker. I learned my lesson with World at War. World at War was absolute garbage. It was basically Call of Duty 4 with fucking World War II paint on it. When I mean paint, I'm talking about baby shit brown and vomit green. Every fucking map had those 2 colors on it, and supposedly that was supposed to be like the new upgrade. Basically, you took Call of Duty 4 and you slapped on a whole bunch of ugly fucking colors and said, oh look, it's a new fucking game taking place in World War II. Get the fuck out of here, man. And can someone explain how Josh Owen and Robert Bowling still have their fucking jobs as community managers at their company's shit? I don't understand how you can have your head shoved that far up your fucking ass that you can't talk to the community and explain what fucking problems there are. Now, Josh sure the hell will explain a problem. Just he'll explain it to the Xbox community and won't give a flying fuck about the PlayStation users. I mean, he wouldn't know what a PlayStation is unless I grabbed it and beat the shit out of him with it. Theater mode is all kinds of awesome, and Treyarch definitely came through on that piece. It's just too bad that all you can replay is laggy, glitchy bullshit.
Spy plane up. They're blind.
And yes, I did send a message to JD2020. I did send a message to that John Vander here, her, whatever the fuck his name is, over Twitter. I posted the fucking link over at the Treyarch website. I posted it over at prestigegamers.com. I've called Activision, YouTube, you name it. I'm doing everything I possibly can to remove this fucking warning. I mean, the only thing I haven't done yet is send a message to the tip of Bill Gates' dick and hoping the first person that sucks his dick currently at Treyarch will actually see the fucking message.